You're tuned in to the Mind of an Entrepreneur show with your host, myself, Sajdah Wendy Muhammad. I am a multi-million-dollar business developer. I have developed business and real estate around the world, and I want to share with you my mental strategies, my technical strategies, and how I made it in the world of business. So I don't teach theory. I tell you about my life and introduce you to people who can also share with you what they've done to become successful. This is a practical show. This ain't a theory show. You don't want to miss it. So stay tuned.
O Allah, guide me among those whom Thou hast guided aright, and preserve me among those whom Thou hast preserved, and befriend me among those whom Thou hast befriended. Bless me in whatsoever Thou dost grant me, and deliver me from the evil of what Thou hast judged. Surely Thou judgest, and none can judge against Thee, and he whom Thou befriendest is not disgraced. Blessed art Thou, O Lord, and exalted be Thee above what they set up besides Thee. I bear witness, nothing deserves to be served besides Thee, and I bear witness that Muhammad is Thy servant and apostle. Amen.
Peace and blessings, family. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sajdah Wendy Muhammad, and y'all know that I have been on a mission to introduce to you these wonderful emerging new market leaders and industry disruptors from the MOEToday Black Muslim Business Directory. And so I'm working on new platforms and other ways to get the word out there about you. So we picked 19 shows to test out on our new Roku network called MOEToday. So if you have Roku TV, and if you bought a TV in the last 2 years, they're all equipped with Roku at this point. Go out there and add the Mind of an Entrepreneur show to your channel list. The icon's gonna be MOEToday, and you should see it right here in the corner. And get access to the channel, and you will start to see some of our wonderful shows that are listed up here on our new Roku channel. This is just a little tester. Let's see if y'all like it. Let me know in the chat what you think, and go out there and add the channel to your Roku lineup. Let me show you what it looks like to your Roku lineup. Let's see, it'll look like that. There it is. Peace and blessings. All right, y'all. This is the Mind of an Entrepreneur show. New day, new time. I'm your host, Sajdah Wendy Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum. Sit back, relax. We're going to have a powerful conversation today with an amazing guest, Sister Latasha Muhammad. She's got some special gifts for you. She's all about the nails. And so we're going to have a little conversation about that and about her journey in the business from being an industry disruptor, which is really what she is, an emerging new market leader. So I got a few more words from our sponsors for you, and we'll be right back. So tune in and stay tuned, I should say.
Enjoying precious moments with family and friends is what the holidays are all about. Taking care of your health is also important. Peripheral artery disease, also known as PAD, is a serious medical condition affecting 8.5 million American adults. If you're experiencing leg pain, leg swelling, or difficulty exercising, then you may have PAD. PAD can put you at a risk of a heart attack or stroke. If you or a loved one has any of these symptoms, call today or visit mivcmd.com for more information.
You belong to yourself. You're an independent people, created from the nation of free people. Yes, sir. You don't need to go nowhere but to yourself. Yes, sir. There will be a great separation. Yes, sir. So I said, it is on now.
The college is meant to prepare you for your future. That the time dictates that if we don't do something for ourselves as a people, we will be destroyed. And the aim of the enemy right now is to take us out.
We have God with us. We have Him as our guide. Yes, sir. We don't have to stand around here and ask the question, what must be done? Yes, sir. Get up and let's go and do something. Yes, sir. We cannot sit down. We cannot lay down. Yes, sir. We must get up. Yes, sir. And go to work.
Do you know what real joy is in life? Visioning something and bringing it into reality. That's real joy. Do you know what the next step in joy is? Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell in unity.
Tonight, you need to fasten your seatbelts. We're going to hear from some of the greatest minds in the world. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of trusting our future and the future of our children into the hands of those who don't love us. I believe we need to revitalize black leadership.
Assalamu alaikum. You're tuned into the Mind of an Entrepreneur show. Welcome to our new day and new time, Thursdays, 7 p.m. Central Time. We'll do this every Thursday. I think I explained to you guys that we really only had noon as a show time because that was the time that was offered to me when I was on the radio in Washington, D.C. So now that we're kind of on our own and building our own platform back up, we decided to switch it up and go with tonight, which is Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. We're here and we're on Twitter, and the rerun will also be played inshallah, on our new Roku channel. So if you have Roku, add the Mind of an Entrepreneur to your show lineup. So listen, we have an incredible guest today, and it's an industry that I'm excited to talk about. You all know we talk about a lot of different industries on this show. It kind of mirrors my background as a business consulting and working in so many different industries, and business just intrigues me in general. And so I'm really excited to talk to Sister Latasha today with JBB Nailed It. Now, I don't want y'all dead in the chat. I see y'all in here. Wa alaikum salam to everybody. I see you, Sister Anissa. I see you, Brother Juan Carlos, Sister Alita, Sister Cynthia. Okay, I see y'all. Some of y'all be having taglines that I can't pronounce, but I see y'all. So welcome, and welcome to everybody who's on that I can see who are not in the chat. So thank you for that. I'm going to bring my sister on, and we're going to go ahead and get started because I am really, really excited. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Welcome, pretty in pink and black.
I'm sorry. I have on work clothes. I'm still at the salon. I'm just in the makeup room. I do apologize for that.
That's okay. That's the life of an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So,
yes,
speaking of that, I want to welcome you. I'm going to put your website up here while we're talking, so people can go check it out, and we'll toggle between that and the address for the salon. But I want to talk about entrepreneurship, and what in the world made you jump into this $8.5 billion industry that is dominated by Vietnamese people who don't even look like us, meaning that you are changing habits and mindset? What were you thinking, sis?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But I was already a licensed cosmetologist by trade.
Okay.
But just to give you a little backstory on how this came about.
Yes, ma'am.
I was working in the healthcare industry, and this was during COVID, and we had to all get the vaccinations, and I wasn't having it.
Right.
The minister advised us not to take it.
Sure did.
That's that. So I did. I did not take that shot, and which was a requirement for the healthcare industry. And then they said that they wasn't going to keep me on board. And of course, I prayed about it because I needed my job. That's how we pay our bills. But my husband, he does a lot of plumbing work for a lot of Vietnamese nail salons. So he did a few of them, and he came to me with the idea of opening up a nail salon. So they fired me. I can fall back on my cosmetology license. Why not?
You had something to fall back on.
Yes, ma'am. I had that in the background, which is always good to have a trade.
And you had a supportive, visionary man in your life.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I did. Still have that. Mm-hmm. And he supported me the whole way. He built this whole salon. I wish I can walk you all through, but he built the salon with his bare hands. Him and my sons, my daughter, a couple of the believers that we hired on that was contractors. We just got to work on it. I mean, yeah, it's scary because it is an $8 billion industry. However, I'm going to take my piece of that pie.
That's right. That's right, sis.
I can do it. I'm doing it and doing it well.
Yes. So what's it like? You open up, you're in the, so I just want to paint the picture of your courage, sis.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people, when they get disappointed or hurt or whatever, it distorts them and they can't do anything else. You, in the middle of the pandemic or after or during that whole period, built a salon from scratch with your family.
Yeah,
children. You never looked back. You knew it was a uphill battle, but you kept going and your faith kept you going. And so I'm envisioning you that first day. What did it feel like in your heart that first day that you opened?
Oh, I cried. I cried like a baby. It was hard. It was hard to get to this point. We had a lot of setbacks because the mayor didn't approve of it right away because I was Black, and it just didn't register to him why this Black lady want to open up a nail salon. Mm-hmm. So it took that day one when we opened up the doors, I literally cried.
I don't blame you.
I was crying, and I'm still full about it because it's happening. If you see it, it's beautiful. I have had a lot of the believers come over just to put their eyes on it, and they're overwhelmed because it's unexpected from a Black woman to own a nail salon, and it's an actual salon. It's not a booth. Just so people will understand.
What's the difference?
Well, a booth is something similar to this room that I'm in now. It's just a regular 4 walls.
Okay.
And a lot of contractors, nail technicians, hairstylists, they rent suites just to do their services in. Mm-hmm. But I was blessed to have an actual salon. We have 8 pedicure chairs, 10 stations. It's a full-fledged nail salon.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. How has the response been from the community?
Oh, the community love it. Every time they come in, oh my God, it's Black women in here. And my whole staff is Black. And I had a visit from the Vietnamese. They were just checking out the plumbing. I didn't understand that, but my husband let me know what was going on with that. They was checking that out. They was checking out our menu, just looking at the overall decor of the salon. It's amazing to them because I guess they feel like we don't have that much brain power to do this. It's easy.
Industry that they own, that, really they own it now. And so, or at least in their mind, they own it.
Mm-hmm.
But in any of these industries, and you know this, from healthcare to nails, cosmetology, estheticians, whatever it is, when we get in it and do it right, we're always the industry leaders.
Yes. And that's my plan. This is just the first one. I plan on opening up another within 2 to 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Allah may bless me to do it faster than that. And my husband and I have another business venture that we may be blessed upon to open that up as well. So we're about to open up some gates with this nail industry. This is just the first.
That's beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone was to ask, what is the difference between the types of services you provide or just the vibe compared to the Vietnamese vibe? And no shame against them.
Yeah.
I just know you do it better, and I don't even have to ask. But I
We
want
do.
people who are not as woke, to use that pop culture term, to
Mhm.
understand what's the difference.
The difference is education. Education and the language barrier. It's hard. It's hard for them to communicate with us. Black women love the glitz and glamour, and it's hard for them to communicate that to them because they don't understand it. They can't do it. So we do that better. We can speak better. We can do the nails better. We educate our people on why not to wear certain things.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't use cheese graters on our feet. It's for cheese. It's not for your feet. So it's just certain things like that we educate our people with. The difference between acrylics, the difference between certain gel products that they're putting on their nails. Women want to be educated at the same time and still look pretty. So we're doing that. I don't just have random women in my salon. My women are licensed and educated. Mm-hmm. I don't have no unlicensed people in my salon, and that's key. Everyone knows what they're doing. We don't just operate on diabetics. We ask those questions to see if you are diabetic, because we can't do certain things on you. Mm-hmm. So it's a number of things that we do that they don't do. So from that point on, I'm going to break the door down with that because we're better. I'm sorry, not to say it like that, but to say it.
No, that's real, because you're creating an experience.
Mm-hmm.
Because you should be educated, when you go there, and you shouldn't be forced to do something just because they think it's hot. And anytime somebody is taking a culture, because this is what I see has happened with the nail industry. We have people, mostly Vietnamese. There are some Chinese that are into it, but they come in and then they go and take classes to learn our culture.
Yes. Figure
out what to say with us, say about us, and what we like, which turns us into a commodity, because we're not a monolith. We're not all the same. And they may not even realize how off-putting some of the things they say, even though they're well-meaning because they went to a class.
Yes.
So when they come to your salon, the respect level is already up here.
It's very high. Yeah, we may have some that want us to do the illegal stuff on them that's done in those type of shops. We call them chop shops.
Like what? What's illegal that's done?
Using the cheese grater on the feet is actually cutting your skin off. Mm-hmm. Putting illegal or materials on your hand that's banned. Mm-hmm. So we're buying expensive product to put on our clients. We're educating them with this expensive product. We're telling them the do's and the don'ts, which they love. We're constantly putting stuff on social media, educating our clients. You don't see that. You don't see them educating on social media about what to do and what to not do. They don't care. They just want to get us in there and get our money. I'm here in the business of making money as well, but I also want to educate my people and let them know that no, you don't do this, and this is why you don't do this. So they're getting all of this education. They're getting the love from us when they come in. When you come into my salon, you're going to see the minister Mustafa Muhammad on my walls. So not only they coming in and seeing a reflection of them, this is what they're loving. I get so much respect in this neighborhood just from that alone.
Yes.
So that $8 billion, I'm most definitely going to get my piece. This is just the beginning. Just the beginning.
We will. So a lot of us, we all frequent nail, you know, I know for me, the nail process was a rite of passage. I remember sitting next to my mom as she was getting acrylics on her nails. And then even down to when I first came in the nation and was in the Vanguard, Sister Maria and Sister Aisha used to take us to get our nails done, you know, as Vanguard, just the process. But I think that we become so conditioned to the industry. That's why I asked you what was legal and what's not illegal. What are some of the things that we should look out for when we go to salons that are not like yours, that either could be dangerous and you know, bad for our nails, or even just dangerous for us in general? What are some of the things we should be looking out for?
I'm wondering why they putting on a mask and you're not asking to put on a mask. The chemicals are so harsh that they're using. So when you see them putting on a mask, it's okay to ask for a mask because you don't want all of that getting into your system. That's one. Two is knowing the difference between acrylic and gel. I wish I had something in front of me, but gel is a consistency of an actual gel. Like that's a gel. But they lie to us to get our money, and they're not actually using gel. They're using acrylic powder, and they tell us, oh no, that's gel nails, and it's not gel nails. It's just acrylic.
I mean, like the dip.
It's not, the dip is a powder.
Dip is a powder. Okay.
Dip is a powder. Gel is an actual gel.
Okay, but what about the no chip?
That's a gel polish.
Got it.
See, we educating people when they're coming in because they're asking for gel nails, and by us being educated women, we think they're asking for an actual gel, but they're not. They're asking for a powder, but they're being charged for gel prices. So it's not just that. You're being charged for something that you don't even understand about. So educate yourself before you go into their salons. Don't let them, if they nick you or cut you with one of their implements, don't allow them to put nail polish on top of that cut. So those are things that they do, and they bypass it because we're allowing them using certain harsh sanding bands on our natural nails. You don't have to do that to get a nice manicure. You don't have to use that band at all to get a manicure, but they're using these hard drills on us. And we don't say anything because we just want to be pretty and have our nails done, but you're damaging your nail bed. So we just need to be educated going into these salons, or either just come to your people and we'll take care of that.
That's right. That's the solution. Just come to people. Just make your point, you know, and I just want to, well, wait a minute, before I get on that subject. Then you mentioned on the pedicure side, the cheese grater.
Yeah.
What else should we be looking out for?
Going and letting them put the hard no chip polish on your toenails, and you just letting that stay on for past 2 weeks. Past 2 weeks is too long. You're going to get water up under that hard shell, and it's going to create a fungus. So we're enduring a lot of that coming in, and you know, we're not podiatrists, so we have to refer them to a podiatrist, and sometimes we're able to take care of it in-house if it's something that can be cut off, but we have to refer them out. So look for stuff like that. Ask questions. How long can I keep this on? And they have to tell you how long, and then go and get it taken off. Learn why you should not keep that on that long. You're gonna get a fungus.
Right.
So it's just simple questions that we should ask, but we don't, because we want to be pretty.
We want to be pretty, and we don't know any better. We think this makes sense. This is what
think
we've
it's
always.
right. We think it's right. And it's not right. It's not.
What's your process? You know, there's always the jokes when you walk into the Asian nail salons. It's like, pick a color.
Yes.
I do for you.
Yes. Our process, when you come in, of course, you're greeted. We do ask what type of service that you will like. We have them come in, wash their hands, and just speak with them one-on-one. I have my tech speak with them one-on-one just to get an idea of what services they want and how they want it. And we talk about a budget, and that's that. And then we start their service. And they love it. Love it.
Now, here's another issue with some of these salons. They're not clean.
No, ma'am.
And sometimes you can just see it's not clean. I've walked out of some before where I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Yes.
Talk to me about the difference in the cleanliness.
Well, you should clean down every area that a client touch. Okay. So every time a client comes, the stations are wiped down. The techs have on their masks. We ask the client if they would like a mask. Pedicure stations is key because the people putting their foot in the tub. But we have liners that goes into our tub. So there's no actual naked feet that's going into our tubs because we want to protect the equipment and we want to protect the client, of course. So it should always be a liner there, some type of barbicide sanitation nearby, right by the section or whatever, Clorox wipes. We wipe down everything before and after clients. So it's not someone jumping in their seat right when someone gets up. No, it has to be like a 10-minute wait just so that they can get everything cleansed and looking good. Everything here is clean. If you don't smell bleach in my salon, something's wrong. Everything is clean.
So you can feel confident that it's clean.
Yes.
Clean chair with clean shoes touching you and all of that kind of stuff.
Yes, the technicians wear gloves. They have their protective equipment on just for their protection. So the clients have that non-fear of getting some type of fungus because they have implements that's in a sanitation bag. Yes. So every time a new client comes, they have new implements to use because they're sanitized. So my clients don't have that fear or have that worry of something not being clean because it's very clean, very. And you can ask any of my clients that comes in.
I just want to point out these differences because some of us don't know what elevated service is.
Yes.
And so it's important that we understand because we'll come in our own space and be like, well, why are they doing that? And why are they doing that? We always think everybody else does things better. But the beautiful thing is that you are really, my mom just said, shaking my head, she's greater. Who knew?
Oh, goodness. That's what that is.
It is what it is, right?
It's what it is. And you thinking it's okay because your foot is so smooth. Your foot can be smooth too with other implements that we use. We just don't have that knowledge. They do it so they can get it off really fast. Everything is fast paced at the Vietnamese salon. I don't want nobody working on me that fast.
That's right. And here's another thing that I don't like. You know how you sit down for your pedicure and then they try to put the little nasty pillow on top of you?
Yes.
And try to do your nails and your feet at the same time?
Yes.
It's all awkward and everything. And they're rushing and pulling.
Because it's a numbers game. It is a numbers game. So they're trying to get as many clients in the seat as possible. Yeah, we would like to get the numbers in, but I still want those clients to come back to me because of the special care that I gave them. And I only want to get the clients back because of cost, I want them to come back because of cleanliness.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to come back because I'm having their nails to grow and look natural. They're coming for all of our boxes. I want them checked. I don't just want that one because I do great designs.
Right.
Because that's all they hire us for in their salons, is to do designs and work in a pedicure area. My ladies are amazing. They not only know how to do designs, they know how to do full sets, they know how to do gel X sets, everything they're doing in this salon. And we do natural care, nail care services as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a one-stop shop. I'm sorry. I want to create something that my people can come to and actually exhale from, just feeling great about it.
Yes.
And when they say it, they always thank me when they leave, because they'll say, thank you, sis, because we needed this.
Mm-hmm.
And we do need it.
Mm-hmm.
And if Allah blessed me to get one in every city, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
That's a beautiful thing. I already see it. My brain is going as you're talking,
Yes,
and just scaling and multiplying and really disrupting this industry.
Yes, ma'am. It really did.
Through marketing, through education.
Yes, ma'am.
The hospitality and the service. This is the other thing I wanted to ask you. I remember probably somewhere around the early 2000s, I was trying to open up a beauty salon, not a beauty supply store. And I have another friend in DC who was trying to do it. He ended up going to Africa to get hair and supplies. And I ended up not doing it because I realized that our Black suppliers were licensed to them as distribution. Mm-hmm. And when I went up north on Clark Street to get my stuff, my margin was like I was buying it just at a discounted retail. Right. Have you had any issues with supply chain for your products and services, since they dominate that as well?
Yes, ma'am, of course. There is this nail supply store, and it's up north. It was on the north side, and they only allow you to come into their supply store if you have a license, and you have to show them your license.
Up north, right?
Up north. And I just thought it was funny because I wasn't seeing everyone else of a different ethnicity being carded to get their supplies. So that goes to show you right there that they're trying to stop us from getting supplies, because they don't want us to go into that industry. Mm-hmm. Because once we get into that industry, it's over. Mm-hmm. So yes, I always have issues with getting supplies, and I learned how to go around it just from doing my own research. So just from researching along, knowing who these distributors are, I'm just cutting out the middleman. Yes. That's what I learned to do. Once I start cutting out the middleman, then I'm finding myself being able to get the supplies that I need at the right price. Okay. But we as Black people, we don't want to research. We don't want to research. We don't want to read. We want someone else to do it for us. Yeah, I don't mind giving a blueprint, but you still got to read up on it yourself and get some understanding of how to go about to get your supplies, to get your equipment. That was very hard to do with getting.
That was going to be my next question, was the equipment, because I already know just getting the sinks and the bowls and the chairs.
It was a lot. Mm-hmm. It was a lot, and we was battling with different manufacturers on who had the best price. Yep. And the prices wasn't cheap. That's the thing. So we're trying to look for a discounted price, but none of this equipment was cheap. None of it was half off or 20%. None of it. When I tell you we had to buy it straight out, we had to buy it straight out. We couldn't get it overseas because there's stuff that's still on the water. So we didn't want to chance that and not being able to get our equipment. So we had to find something here in the States. We did that. Allah blessed us with that. He showed us different doors to go through and different people to talk to. It was just, doors was just kept opening and kept opening. That's how I know that this was this was geared by Allah the whole way through.
Yep.
And still is.
Yeah. No, I bear witness to that. When you step out there and start doing things and you have the right intention, Allah starts opening up doors. I was asking you about the equipment because when we built the micro hospital in Maryland, just finding stretchers and getting somebody to sell us exam tables was a challenge. And so we had to, like you said, backdoor it, do a bunch of research, negotiate. And then after a while, once you get in the game, then they start trying to sell to you.
Right.
But at first, right, down the door.
Well, we don't need it now, but I plan on sharing this information with my my whole like everybody. I'm sorry, not just everybody, but Black people. But I want to see us grow. I want to see us grow. I want to see all of us entrepreneurs. The minister said he want to see how many millionaires? I believe it was 100 millionaires. I want to be one of those. I'm going to be one of those, and I want him to see that, and I want my sisters and brothers to do the same. So I'm going to share my blueprint. I'm okay with that.
That's what it's about. You know, for me, coming up as a professional, one of the reasons why I do this and I started doing this show was because nobody gives you the game.
Yeah.
And I was navigating through different industries as a business person, smart person, got good grades. I knew my stuff if I could just get on the project, but nobody was giving up game. And even other professional Black people that I knew, it really was just kind of like, okay, I'll call you back and blah, 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 and all the, kind of just sidestepping you. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna mess y'all up. I'm gonna give the game away for free. I'll charge for my services. So if you want me to come in and do the services for you, but the game, I'm gonna give it away. Because y'all holding back the game as if the game don't change, as if you got something that nobody else can get. I said, well, Allah put me in a position. I bought and paid for this game with my blood, sweat, and tears.
That's right. So
give it to my people.
I love it. I love it. I love that. That's what I want to do. I want to see us all having salons. I want to see us all having different type of businesses. Why not? That's what we're supposed to do.
That's right.
So
why not, as you're scaling and expanding, you can be a consultant to other Black women that want to open up salons. Because the key thing, you said some key things that are important. Not only the education, but the cleanliness.
Yes, Bill.
The hospitality, how you treat people, how you handle people. Because a lot of times what happens with them is they're coming out of a playbook. They took a class. They asked us all the same questions. You work today?
That's it. It is a playbook. It's
a playbook.
This is what they're designed to do. But we're not playing a game with someone. This is our life. This is what we want to get a service, and we want to know, are you communicating with us properly, and do you know what I'm actually saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot with them. Yes, they do have it to the point that they're coming. It's like, I don't want to call it. It's not. I want to say a playbook. But it's at the tip of my tongue. And I was talking to my sister about it earlier today. But this is what they do it all the time. And in their nail classes, they're not taught the same thing we are taught.
Really?
Because what they're taught, that's not what we do in school. So it's like they're taught the fast pace. For a nail technician, it takes, I believe, approximately 4 months for them to get their schooling.
Okay.
Same thing with nail techs here in a Black school. So they're supposed to know different type of diseases, different type of nail shapes, and all that other good stuff, different type of terminology. However, thank you. One of the sisters said it, a script. It is a script. They're given an actual script of what that they should say, because the language barrier there is not there. So they have to communicate with us, and they're learning us. They didn't learn us. So they know what we want, they know how we want it, and they know we want to get up out of there fast. They know we want to get a certain look. So they mastered it. They mastered it to a point that, it's hard for Black women to do this because we're so concerned about nail care. We're so concerned about, not getting a fungus on our clients' hands. So we're looking at it from that aspect, and people would think, oh no, they're too slow. I don't want to do all that. I just need to be up out of here in 40 minutes. That's impossible for you to be up out of here in 40 minutes for the service that you're asking for. So their job is to, what the script says, pick a color. Mm-hmm. They don't say nothing about washing your hands. Mm-hmm. So it's pick a color, what type of nail length you want. They get you up out of here and they paint you, and that's it. But we as Black women, we love fancy stuff. We love designs. We love the glitz and glamour, but they don't know how to do that because that's not what's taught in their school. What's taught in their school is the basics to get them in and out. Mm-hmm. It's a difference.
So who creates these trends? Like, every once in a while, I don't know if they come up with it like, oh, you want coffin nails, you want almond shape, you want, then they have color trends and then design trends. Do they create this, or is this based on things that we're asking for that they kind of spread around?
No, this is things that we ask for.
Okay. So
a lot of women love the long nails. They love the coffin shape. They love the stiletto nails. They love the really, really long nails with bling nails. We love that stuff. Mm-hmm. So what it is, Black people set the trend. Mm-hmm. So by us always setting the trend, they have to keep up with the trend.
Okay.
So every time there's a new trend, like our stiletto nails, those are new trends. Our square tapered nails, those are new trends. Mm-hmm. So they have to go and pick that up and learn it real fast so that they can do it and get them in and out in probably like 20 minutes.
Okay.
There's so much bad stuff on that nail that 20 minutes you didn't ruin your nail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of figured that. I said, well, their system is so tight that when we come in asking for certain things, if they've heard it more than once, they run it through their system and then they all start offering it.
It's like they have a community. They do. Mm-hmm. They have a community. I don't know if they have weekend meetups or something, but they have a community that they report back to. So as long as they keeping up with the trends the same way we keeping up with the trends, they don't wear this stuff. Mm-hmm. We wear it. Mm-hmm. So that goes to show you this is something that they have mastered and they don't even wear it. Mm-hmm. So that should make us think, okay, we the one that wear this. This is our thing. Why can't this be ours? Because we didn't take the time to educate ourselves about it. We was like, okay, let them have that. We got hair, but we don't have hair. They have that too.
You know what it is, sis? We don't respect our creativity. We are so creative that we create on the fly.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I walked into an Asian store and they said, "You like a bling bling?" And I heard Lil Wayne say that when he was 14 years old. Obviously, he didn't know enough, and he said that Baby didn't either, to trademark or put a patent or anything on bling bling. Mm-hmm. But he said that when they told him to write the rap, he said, "Well, I don't have nothing to write about. I don't." They said, "Well, write about what you want." And so he thought, well, every time I go around the corner, bling bling. Wow. So that was what he was envisioning. He was making this up because he was only 14 years old and didn't have any money. So that line, every time I go around the corner, bling bling, became popular around the world.
Yeah.
And now they say it like, "Oh, you like a bling bling." Mm-hmm. Well, they had to get that from us.
They did. Well, Sister Sajdah, a lot of stuff that they get is from us. We set the trend. We set the trend with our hair. We set the trend with makeup. We set the trend with, of course, nails. We set the trend with even with the clothes that we wear,
how we wear it,
and how we wear it. So it's only a matter of time. It's something else that they're going to pull away from us and say that they created it. But just a little history lesson on nails, how they came about to getting into the industry. I can't recall the actual year that this had happened, but it was this lady. I should have had my husband send that to me.
Oh, the white lady in LA in 19.
Yes, ma'am. And she taught them how to do manicures because they was coming from Vietnam, and they refugees. They didn't have any money. They didn't have any work. They didn't know how to work. So she created. So they say. Okay. So they say that she created doing manicures, and that's how they broke into the industry, because they kept sending their family back to schools, learning it, coming over here, getting a salon, doing the same thing, and they just kept doing it over and over and over again until they dominated the industry. So we can do the same.
Yeah, they take our, and we just have to start respecting our culture, what we do that's creative, how we are, loving ourselves. I tell this story often, sis, and this is actually a story about Korea. I was in Seoul, Korea, I guess now was a year before the pandemic, I think, for a healthcare conference. And if you know anything about the Koreans are very ceremonial, right? And so they love to greet you with ceremony and the teas and all of that. And so when our delegation, I was with the Prince George's County Economic Development Corp. When our delegation got to Seoul, they said, oh, there's a dance festival and they want you guys to come sit at the end and they're going to honor you. So everybody comes down, and there's Norwegian dancers, and there's Swedish dancers, and there's African. It's really a beautiful, colorful festival. And then there's a group that comes down of maybe about 100 Korean dancers, sis. They had on orange jumpsuits with DOC on the back, and they was doing hip hop, crip walking and everything. And I'm looking around like, does anybody else see this? Is this normal?
Oh, wow.
And my business partner, like, we both was like, oh, hell no. And I said, they are copying off of us so robotically. They don't even realize that the DOC is Department of Corrections. They didn't even know it. I have video of it. I videotaped the whole thing. And when they got in front of us, they start pop locking because we were the only Black people.
Oh, wow.
In Georges County. So they got in front of us and they started pop locking and dancing in their DOC uniforms. And I saw right then and there. And as I watched them on the street, everybody is either wanting to be like a Black person or with a Black person.
Yeah.
And it's so obvious that it's actually awkward, and they're staring at you because they're trying to see what you do that's different, and how you wear your shoes, your nail. I mean, they're like examining you.
Yes, we set the trend.
So
it's just know that we're going to constantly be watched. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
I'm okay with that because I'm breaking their door down as well. So
that's right.
It's fine.
Sis, I know Savior's Day is coming up. A lot of sisters are going to want to come in, get a fresh set, come in a day early and come see our sister. Tell us what you got going on for a special.
Well, I would call it a special. Okay. What is it? The weekend of Savior's Day, because I had a lot of sisters. I contacted all of my people and let them know to book their appointments online. But I guess I can throw something out there. If they go online and book their special tonight, then they'll go ahead and get a good 10% off for their services for the weekend of Savior's Day. Only if they go on tonight and book their services tonight, they will get that 10% off. Most definitely.
And she's gonna fill up fast.
Yes.
My suggestion is you go out there tonight. You're going to want to have a nice, fresh set.
Yes.
When you get here. And not only that, you want the experience of having your sister and her team.
Yes, ma'am.
Pamper you, because I think we've gotten away from nails being a way of pampering ourselves.
Mm-hmm. It is. And even with just, because we do makeup services here, no, we don't wear makeup as Muslim women, but we can cover our, our blotches or whatever. But as far as eyebrows and grooming your eyelashes with some clear mascara, we can do those things. We can do our nails in nude tones.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't have to be, as long as you can make a fist. That's what I always say.
Right.
Make your fist, but do your nails. Groom yourself. You can still have on your garment and still be beautiful and get your nail services. You can still have your feet done. No one's going to see your feet, but of course your husband or your family, but that's still part of self-care.
Grooming. Yes.
You should groom yourself. That's a must.
Yes.
If Mother Khadijah can do it, yeah. She sets the tone. And she's here getting her grooming done. So let's come on now. That's just in our DNA as women to be beautiful. So if we can be beautiful and groom ourselves, come let your sister groom you for that weekend, or just period. Those who are in Chicago, just come on and check us out. You will not be disappointed. Trust me.
Grooming is a mark of a civilized woman.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Let me write that down, Sister Sajdah.
You can have it, honey. Grooming is the mark of a civilized woman. A civilized woman is groomed. When you see her, her skin is nice, her hair is nice, her nails are clean and done. She smells good. She's attractive because she's so well groomed and so precisely manicured.
Yes, ma'am.
That everybody who sees her falls in love with her because she is civilization.
Yes, ma'am. I love that.
Anything you want to say before we go? Because I want you to be booked. I want you to say, Sister Sajdah, I got too many people.
No, I appreciate it, ma'am. Please come visit us at JBB Nailed It, 4009 West 167th Street, Country Club Hills, 60478. Our phone number is 708-960-4479. Those who book tonight will get that 10% off.
So the best thing is to go to the website. Don't flood her with phone calls right now, y'all. I know y'all want to call because seen her and it just seemed cool. This how they start calling. Right now, the easiest thing so sister can keep her self-organized, go to the website and book your appointment.
Yes.
Don't wait until the weekend of Savior's Day. Book it. Go next week and get yourself. You can't just wait till Savior's Day to get groomed.
Say that.
You got to get. My mother taught me you got to get ready, so you got to stay ready. So
you stay ready. That's right, Mom.
So I can pop up and go out of town whenever because I'm always together. That's how I was raised.
Always. That's me. Yes.
So the point is, go on there now. Go see sister next week.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is for brothers too. Y'all got to,
yes,
rules and stuff together.
I have a lot of brothers.
There you go.
So
next week go, and then go again.
Yes, ma'am.
In 2 to 3 weeks. So make this part of your lifestyle, your grooming.
Yes, ma'am.
And sister's gonna expand. I already see it. I see the full spa.
Yes, I see it.
I see it happen. I already see it.
Yes, ma'am.
I already see it. And if you need me, I own the Massage Envy. I'm pretty entrenched in the spa and salon industry. If you need me, just text me or call me, and I'm right there for you.
Yes, ma'am. Of course. Thank you so much. I'm so humble. Thank you for having me on your show. Yes, I really appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am. Listen, we love you. We wish you nothing but the best. Mm-hmm. May this be your best year ever.
Yes,
I'm praying to Allah that He just blesses you, blesses your staff, blesses you, your husband, and your family with more goodness, abundance,
Yes,
Speak that over your life than you've ever experienced or imagined, and that you prosper and become a beautiful example of an entrepreneur, of responding to that call to do for self.
yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sis. All right, y'all. You've been tuned in to the Mind of an Entrepreneur show. That was my sister, Sister Latasha Muhammad. We praying over her business and praying for her success. And I thank you all for being active in the chat. Y'all blowing it up today. Let me know in the chat if you all like this new time. We're going to leave Sister's web address up here. Let me know in the chat if you like this new time. We just thought we'd try this out. Like I said, the only reason why we had noon was because that's what they offered me when I was on the radio in DC. But now that we're building our own platform, getting set up on Roku, working towards the television show, we're doing 7 p.m. on Thursday nights. All right. And Saturday, we still have our Sajdah Saturday morning coffee talks. That's at 6 a.m. Central Time. That's where we just talk about life, love, and business. We just come out there and talk about what's ever on our mind. And that show was really born out of people who come to my house, and if they spend the night, we get up early in the morning, and over coffee or tea, we just talking life, love, and business. So, all right. And as you see scrolling across the bottom of the page is a way for you to join the mailing list and a way for you to help support the home of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the renovation, the restoration. Shout out. Did y'all see us in the final call this week? I was so excited. All right. So we got some comments. Let me go over some of these comments. Sister Lisa R says the new time definitely works better for me because I'm very seldom available at noon. Thank you for the change. Yep, that was because they gave us the lunch hour in DC, but we don't have to go off of that no more. Sandra D says, thank you. Welcome, sis. Thank you. Thank you. Cynthia says, love this Thursday time slot. All right. All right. I'm feeling that. Iwana Porter said, I like the new time. I'm in California. It works. All right. Praise be to Allah. Okay. I see Sister Astrid. She says, I love that, Sister Sajdah, the experience. That's what we're talking about. So listen, you all, send good energy to Sister Latasha. We're going to start doing that with our entrepreneurs. Send good energy. Say a prayer for her. Put a thank you in the chat for her so that she feels your energy and her business can continue to thrive in a good environment. And let's begin to support one another. And like she mentioned, go out there and book now. All right. Okay, family, make sure, how many of y'all got y'all commemorative Elijah coins? Make sure you get them, get the coin, get the coin, get the coin. And I got a few commercials, but for the most part, we out of here. Make sure you add us to your Roku TV library of channels. It's the Mind of an Entrepreneur show. Just look it up and add it. So with that, family, let me just give y'all a little word for the minister and then a commercial, and we out of here. Peace and blessings, family.
And I'm saying this to all of us. Our people are ready to spend their money with their own. There's no time better than this for 6 or 8 of you to pool your money and look in the community and open up a store to fulfill the needs of our people, and we will support you. It's your time now. That's being a man. Supporting your own people that are in business. Going into business yourself. Think out of the box. What can you create that will put black people to work?
This is Sister Sajdah Muhammad. We are proud to announce that the Sajdah House commemorative Elijah coins are finally here. As we renovate and restore the former home of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we have recycled the old copper gutters and downspouts and created a 1-ounce 39mm coin made of 100% pure copper. Each coin is professionally graded and has its own barcode and registration number. This priceless heirloom, made from recycled copper from the messenger's home, is now available at sajdahhouse.com. JBBNailedDIT.com.
To share with you some of the magnificent and triumphant teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. When we say magnificent and triumphant teachings, these two words, magnificent and triumphant, are adjectives that describe the teaching of Elijah Muhammad. That which is magnificent is that which is supremely great. That which is triumphant is that which is powerful enough to overcome obstacles. Think of it, black man and woman. There is a teaching in America for you that is supremely great, meaning that it is a teaching above all other teachings that have ever entered the ears of a black man and woman.